I get shit done, I have fun, it's my time and I'm the one. I'm breaking through.
Hello and welcome to another session of the Business Renovator. I am Coach Phil. Happy to be here. I wanted to share an idea or two with you about an easy way to solve a problem or obstacle that you may have. Can you imagine if you had 100 problems that you were facing over the course of a year, and you had a simple methodology to help you blast through that? Wouldn't that be amazing? Anyway, thanks for being here. Let's have a word from my sponsor. So welcome back. If you have a business and you wanted to have a question answered by a business coach, particularly a focal point business coach, guess what? You're in luck. I am one. But even better than that, I have access to a network of a couple of hundred around the globe. So if the question you have is not something that I can assist you with, I'd be happy to make an introduction to one of my fine colleagues. Questions could be around time, money, team, and or exit strategy or futures. So if that resonates with you and you would like to have your question addressed, just reach out to me. Go to coachphil.ca and be able to send an email from there. Right, so let's move on to an easy way to solve any problem. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, there's 365 days in a year, and the exercise I'm going to introduce to you, you could, if you wanted to, actually go through it every day. And just if you went through this every day and committed to it every day, you'd have 365 possibly new ideas to break through any challenge or obstacle illusion that you are facing. So isn't that exciting? I think it's exciting. Now, it does take time and effort to block time out, to take time to think and put pen to paper. That would be the hardest part. So let's get into how this system works. So easy way to solve problems. So we call this the 20 idea method, call it mindstorming. Doesn't really matter what the name is, but it's allowing you to tap into your super conscious mind or your creative subconscious mind, as well as leveraging your conscious mind. Now, I forget what the stats are, but it's like 1 to 10 ratio, conscious mind versus the power of the subconscious mind or the creative subconscious mind. So this exercise is going to assist you in helping you tap into your creative subconscious mind. And why is that important? Well, it will do some work and give you some intuitive hunches that if you didn't put the focus on it, would never have showed up. Because see, it has this thing called a reticular activating system. And the reticular activating system is something that we all have. Just as an example of where that may have shown up for you, have you ever bought a newer car than you had before? And then you take that car, whether it be brand new or just newer to you, it doesn't really matter. And you start driving it and going places. What do you notice? Besides the fact the car has some features that maybe your other car didn't have, maybe it goes a little faster, maybe it's a little quieter. Those are all nice things, but it's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is actually something outside of your car that you happen to notice. So, for example, maybe you bought yourself, I don't know, Toyota Camry. And you had another brand of car. Maybe even you had a truck, perhaps, totally different. Now you're driving the Camry, and you're enjoying some of the features. It's rides smoother maybe than a truck, maybe it doesn't. That's really not important. What's important is, what do you see on the outside? And if you could reach out and tell me, you'd probably tell me you see other Camrys on the road, and you were actually surprised at how many other people had them. Well, it's not that the Camrys weren't there before, but it's your heightened awareness wasn't important to know that there was other Camrys on the road. But now you have one. You're more aware. So what's that got to do with solving problem? It has a lot to do with it, actually, because we're going to tap into the reticular activating system that you have, so that you can get clues, tips, ideas, introductions, hunches that you can act on to solve any problem that you want to do. Now, it's not just a matter of thinking lightly about it. It's about putting some concerted effort on a regular basis to think about it and tap into your super conscious mind, or your creative conscious mind, whatever you want to call it. Let's go to the next slide. So what you want to do is, what's the obstacle or what's the problem that you're looking for a solution for, but you're struggling on the conscious level to do it? And you've been trying it for a little while and nothing seems to be gelling for you. That's the kind of thing I would get you to think about. Whether it's personal or professional, business-wise, it doesn't really matter. This works for any aspect of life. The idea, though, is to write that problem out into a question. So if you want to sell more product, be specific in your ask. I want to sell 20% more of a particular product, and write that in a question. So that's the first step, identifying what the obstacle is, what the problem is, writing it out in a question form. And then what you're going to do is put pen to paper and commit to doing this without any noises, without any distractions. Turn off the emails, turn off the texting. You don't want any outside distractions. You're going to take time for you to sit quietly, to tap into and address the challenge that you're facing. Turning the problem into an opportunity is what this is going to help you do. So the idea behind this is to be in a relaxed space by yourself and as quiet as you could possibly be. And then start writing after you've got the question written out, the problem written out in a question. Start listing all of the ideas, the goofy ones, the good ones. Don't judge them. Just start writing. And in the writing, some crazy ideas will come up. As a matter of fact, the first 4 or 5, maybe 6, will come up really, really easy. And then what happens? Well, a wall shows up, or it can. I don't want to put that bias on you, but it could. So don't panic, because that's kind of one of the things that could show up. Just stay there until you get to at least 20 ideas and write them down. And it'll take some thinking and some stick-to-itiveness. That's really important. But write any idea down. It doesn't really matter what it is, good or bad. Write it down. If it's an idea that could support your question and give you an answer, write it down. So once you get to the at least 20, you can go further, but as a minimum, 20 ideas, you can go back over the list and identify the one that seems to make sense to you, that you can act on right away, so you can implement it right away. So that's the process. Identify what's the problem you have that you don't want, write it out into a question, and then sit quietly for at least 20 ideas. And it might happen in 5 to 7 minutes. It might take an hour. I don't know. But stick to it and develop the muscle. And the more you do this, the better you'll get at it. And it'll help you get beyond where you are today. So it'll help you if it's a comfort zone thing that's in your way. You don't feel confident in doing something. Well, then maybe you need to learn a skill, develop some habits, and build up your efficacy. And that could be all part of the process. So that's my tip for today, is to help you grow out of where you are now, current reality, and move into your ideal future life. So just imagine if you committed to taking 200 days of the year where you took time out and planned it just like your workout regime, or any other habit that you currently have, and add this to your arsenal of tools. What would you do with 200 new ideas that you hadn't really thought of before? Okay, maybe that's a little aggressive. What if you had 100 new ideas? Okay, maybe that's a little aggressive for the first time around. What if you had 50 new ideas that could support you in your personal or business or professional lives? Wouldn't that be amazing? And then you develop a new habit, and maybe you just do this every day on a regular basis. Now you have 365 new ideas. What could that do to your business? What could that do to your life? You'd certainly be out of your comfort zone, wouldn't you? And your comfort zone would evolve and move and stretch. So that's my tip for today. I see some people have joined me. That's fantastic. I want to put this one screen up before we bring them on and see their comments. Remember, what you say to yourself about yourself when you're with yourself matters. And this is a way to help you in that arena. Hey, it's Happy Pizza Friday. He's all the way from Oklahoma. Good day, Eric. Jason, London, England is where he resides, unless he's flying an airplane around the country or saving businesses, because he's also a wonderful business coach. And he wants, you want to eat more pizza? You have a problem? I don't know if you have a problem. Jason, I don't know. Do you have a problem? Don't know. Hey guys, thanks for being here today. That's my time for the Business Renovator for Friday, January 7th, 2022. Look at this. That's how I knew it was 2022. I have a slide. And anyway, go act like this word says. The U is large on purpose because it's identifying you are wonderful and you are unique. Now go act like it. That's my time, guys. We'll catch you on another show later next week.
I get shit done, I have fun. It's my time and I'm the one. I'm breaking through.